We awake yet? Do you know why I'm excited right now? We got sneaks. Yeah? Sneaks? Nobody? Come on. I like sneaks, and I think you're going to like sneaks too. Sneaks is, if you're new to the Adobe world and you haven't been to Adobe Max or I/O or Summit, Sneaks is our first glimpse at a bunch of really cool tech innovation, and it wouldn't be Magento if we didn't source that right from our own community. And so to help us and introduce all of these interesting technology innovations, I'd like to welcome to the stage the head of Magento's Innovation Lab, Michelle Miller. Hey!
Oh, again. Come on, guys.
Are you ready? This is going to be awesome. So you were telling me backstage that you had a little sneak for us.
Yes. So I was inspired between you talking about your transformation and your transition, and John Stockton really throwing himself out there with his throwback. So anytime there's a race that I think I can throw my hat in the ring and win.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Vegas, right? Like I'm gonna throw my hat in. So I figured we would do a little icebreaker with a throwback of one of my old picks.
Do we have the pick up there? Wow.
Come on. But to take that a step further, my nieces made a very interesting discovery about this picture, and that it's remarkably close to a character in a very popular Netflix show.
Yeah, there it is. Hashtag justice for Barb, right?
Yeah.
Stranger Things. Speaking of Stranger Things, I want to see some things that are going to blow my mind.
It is really exciting to see how we're bringing together Sneaks and Innovations Lab, right? So Innovations Lab we've been doing with Magento since 2017.
Wow. We
have 25 innovations in 4 rounds. This is just a sampling of some of the really cool stuff that's coming through this program, but it's a reflection of the community and what's possible with Magento, and the fact that it's really our community that are pushing the boundaries and pushing us and making us better by figuring out how to leverage emerging technology. So it's all really cool stuff.
And we get to get in on the action. So as we're showing these, as the folks are demoing, we want you to get on your phone and get on Twitter, and we want you to get in and vote for your favorite innovation.
Yes. So throughout each presentation, there will be a hashtag visible. Go on Twitter, use the hashtag. We're going to be showing the results live, so we're going to know if you're tweeting or if you're not tweeting, and we're going to harass you.
These guys tweet. That's not a problem.
Yeah, good.
The tweeting's not a problem from this crew.
Good.
So that'll be great. Let's get started.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, so we're going to get, I think, Kaushal set up initially. So Kaushal is one of our round 1 innovations. He's the Magento practice director at Proficient Digital. So it was really exciting and important for us, too, that we brought back some of the previous rounds to showcase them as well.
All right, well, let's welcome Kaushal. Yeah.
Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Michelle. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to present this visual product configurator that we built. In industries with highly custom products, typically the ordering process is handled entirely offline. So what that means is the sales cycle is pretty long. There's a lot of paperwork, phone calls, faxing, and so on. Until that is completed, the consumer is not able to visualize what that end product would look like, and they don't know what it would cost. In order to address this, we built this configurator, our solution, that makes it easy for the consumer to design their products on the fly and see an accurate picture of the end product. In addition to that, we also built a pricing engine that handles all the complex pricing structures and provides that user the real-time cost as they are making all these selections. So how did we do that? Our visual product configurator incorporates Adobe Scene 7, which is now known as Dynamic Media Classic, along with Magento's bundled product options to display these dynamic product imageries. Now, what I'm showing here, each product here is available in over 400 different fabrics, and every product has unique configurable areas that can be designed, right? Take a look at one of the examples here. We'll design a duvet cover. Now, in this instance, you see the configurable options are front, back, trim, and size. I can scroll through a different number of fabrics. I can see more or less of fabrics. And when I make a selection, the pricing updates. So what I can do is I can view my description for the fabric. I can add it to the product. I can order a free sample for that, and so on. Now, once I've made my selection, I can move on to the other options here. So I can choose my back, my trim, and so on. Now, every single detail has been thoroughly explored. When it comes to product data structures, or just user interaction, or product attribute dependencies, to create this whole experience. And that's what I'm going to do here. So I'll finish my trim, and there you go. I've designed my product. Now, please don't judge me by my design skills. I'm not proud of them at all. All right, let's see what goes on behind the scenes, right? What have we done here? So one thing we did was we integrated Adobe Scene 7 right into Magento. So that way, a business user does not have to work with two different screens. They can get here, look at the entire folder structure within Magento from Adobe Scene 7, and then pull images right here. So that makes it easy. And they can pull both static as well as vignettes out here, static images and vignettes. The next thing I want to show is the different bundle options, right? The product options that you have within bundles. Here I'm going to show how a business user can set dependencies. To do that, what I want to do here is I want to set the trim to be dependent on the front. So unless and until the user selects the front, they won't be able to get to the trim. Finally, the rules. So you just saw my design skills, right? So in order to prevent users like me from designing hideous products, we set some rules here. So what do these rules do? Just to take an example, if I'm designing a drapery and I select a pattern that is not solid, then I want to prevent the user from selecting any trim. And that is exactly what we have done here. The best part, we are using Magento's native product rules to do this, with the trigger conditions and actions and so on. So let's see how these dependencies and all these rules play on the front end. I'm going to design this ripple fold drapery here. So I'll go in and first try to select my trim. And it says I have a dependent attribute here, so I need to first select my front. So let me select a front. And I select something that is not solid. So let's see what happens with the trim. Nope, I'm not able to select this because of my rules. So let me go back again, select a solid color. Now I go back to the trim. I'm able to select a trim here, which I'll select a bottom color block. Select a color here. Apply that fabric, and move on to other product options like panel type, carrier type, size, and so on. Once I'm done, I see my pricing. I can add that product to the cart or share it on social media. Thank you.
Whoa!
Really nice. So I love that they can leverage the Magento rules engine to avoid bad taste. It's like saving you from yourself. It's pretty remarkable.
Can my wife use that on me for other things in my life?
I think we could extend it.
What do you think? You think back to 1979 when that picture of you was taken. What would you have designed?
That was the 80s, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
That was not the 70s.
What would you have designed? What would it have been like? Pretty spaced out? Would have been far out? It's like stripes and polka dots and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a clasher for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like nothing matched.
Oh.
And I had 3 older brothers, so it was just like knee-high, like sports socks, like with Yeah. It was pretty bad.
I feel like the rules engine would have helped coordinate that a little bit more. That was stinking cool. Remember that you can vote for these and use those hashtags. And let's bring up the next one. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. So up next is a round 2 innovation. Comes from WebCool, and Ratnesh Kumar, who is a technical project manager for WebCool, will be presenting.
And let's welcome Ratnesh to the stage.
Yeah.
Sneak, 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 sneak.
So, hello everyone. I'm Ratnesh Kumar from WebCool Software India. And today I'm going to talk about our machine learning innovation, which we have incorporated in our Magento 2-based mobile application lately, to search and filter products from the Magento catalog just by scanning text or even by scanning physical product itself using the device's camera. Machine learning not only reduces the time cycle of searching, but it also gives a complete new dimension to entire search paradigm. Uh, so let's see the same with the example. So as you might know that almost every fashion designer releases their seasonal fashion catalog. And I'm pretty sure everyone here have at least once gone through it. And even a few of you might also get shocked by looking at some of the designs. Anyways, let's see a scenario. Let's say there is a girl, Miss Veronica, who is looking at the same type of catalog. And there she finds that a few of the designs are really amazing. So, and luckily, this particular designer also have an online store-based mobile application with machine learning search enabled. So what Veronica just needs to do, open the application, points the camera over the catalog, and there she goes. She has now responded with some machine learning-powered text suggestions, and just by tapping them, she'll get all the information related to that particular product, and even have the option to purchase them right away. So let's see with the working demo. So as you can see, here's my fashion catalog, and this is my mobile application. I need to go to the search option. As you can see, there are two options, to scan as a text and scan as a product. First, I'm going to scan as a product. So as you can see, on the third index, there is a Radiant T suggestion. When I'm tapping it, it is searching from the Magento catalog. And there it goes. You can see the product description with all the details like style, material, pattern, climate, and even the customer reviews are also there, and have the option to purchase it right away. Let's see with another example. I'm going to scan it as a text. Okay. Again, searching from the catalog. And there you go. All the descriptions related to the same product. And even have the most important is customer reviews. So there is one more scenario. As we all know, when we travel across different countries, we are not very familiar with the local cuisines, like what it tastes like and what ingredient it contains. So this type of scenario can be also easily handled by the machine learning search. So as you can see, this is my menu, restaurant menu. There are many Indian cuisines are listed over here. So I'm going to scan it with the mobile application. So I'm first going to scan as a product. And here you go. It is suggesting that it is samosa chaat, an Indian cuisine, when you are going to tap it.
Yes. I need this.
You get all the information like what ingredients it contains, what nutrition values, etc., and most important, customer reviews. One more example.
Yeah, come on.
And I'm going to scan as a text. It's another cuisine from India. It's called kachori sabzi. Yeah, there you go. All the description related to it, with all nutrition values, and have the option to even purchase it. That's pretty well about machine learning. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. So you think about like that, like the food example is really interesting because you think about how many of us, I do it, you see something go by in a restaurant, you're like, what is that? Especially traveling internationally where you're not as familiar with the cuisine. But I also want to give a quick shout out to Ratnesh's team who is still awake in India to watch the live stream. So
Yeah.
thank you. So thank them for supporting him.
The best part for me is those were 84 cents. And guess what I'm buying as soon as I leave here? I'm hungry, my word. Well, that was amazing. I wonder what happens when you point it at my shoes. That would be cool. We don't have time to just mess with that, do we? I have a shoe problem, guys. It's become a real issue.
I've heard that.
The buying shoes is not the problem. It's the finding what other people's shoes are wearing so I can buy them is the problem.
I kind of got a little bit of pressure about the shoes. Like, there's like a high shoe game on stage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my word. Wow, that was awesome. Don't forget, you guys need
Yes.
to be I know it's engaging and you're super excited about it, but you need to be voting. Can we check in on the vote count? Can we check in on the vote count? I'm going to twiddle my thumbs until it happens. Do we have it? Oh, it's behind me. Who's winning? I can't see it.
Oh, visual designer.
Okay. All right.
But, you know,
Get your votes in.
I'd like to think that's just because we just finished the second
Yeah,
one. so-
okay. All right, let's pace ourselves. We got more to come.
Oh, yeah. Look.
Uh-oh. Whoa!
Awesome.
Man, people are hungry.
If you guys are competitive, this next one's going to be amazing.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. So next up, we have Nina Stocklow, who is the Senior Marketing Manager at Phoenix Media. Welcome,
Yeah.
Nina.
Hey everybody, my name is Nina and today I'm thrilled to show you one of the most important innovations in technology. With the help of augmented reality, we took our customers' furniture business to a completely new level. By seamlessly integrating this cutting-edge technology into their Magento online store, we revolutionized their mobile shopping experience by bringing their products to life. This makes home furnishing easier than ever before. Let's see how it works. So, here we have our online shop based on Magento Commerce, where we can buy high-quality design furniture. You browse through the shop, and then you suddenly find this beautiful lounge chair. So, wouldn't it be great now to imagine how exactly this chair will look and fit into your room with just one click? It definitely is. So, there's a special AR icon on the top right corner of your product image. This indicates that you can preview the product and push it into the real world. And by the way, as you already might have recognized, the best thing all about it is that you do not even have to download an app. All you need to do is to open the product page in Safari on a supported iOS device. So it is really that simple and just working out of the box. So here we can see the model from different angles.
Whoa.
You can scale the model. You also can rotate the model. But now let's push it into AR.
Wow.
And there it is.
No.
Wow,
it.
isn't that amazing?
Whoa.
So,
Can
yeah.
It's right there. Sorry.
There we go. So, you can now see the chair in a one-to-one scale and get a better understanding of how it really fits in your room. So,
Those are fireworks, guys, because this is lit.
you can now easily answer questions such as, does the size of this chair fit? Does the color of this chair fit? And of course, do I really like the whole look of this product in my room? So it looks almost real. So now, for example, look at this beautiful texture.
Crazy.
You can spot details as this. Thank you, guys. You can spot details like this, which you wouldn't have seen on just a product image. So this is really cool. It really complements the shopping experience by providing a new way to visualize the product and develop a better understanding of what you actually see. So, of course, this really helps customers making their buying decision. And of course, it helps merchants reducing service calls and returns. So, as you can see, AR can add a great value for both customers and merchants. So, to summarize, thanks to augmented reality, both customers and merchants can benefit from enormous added values, such as excellent customer service, increasing sales, higher retention time, less doubts and returns, as well as a comfortable and immersive shopping experience that goes beyond the screen. It really revolutionizes the way people are shopping on their mobile devices. So, Augmented reality is about to drive the next wave of digital transformation. There's definitely more to come in the near future. And if you guys want to try this future today, just talk to me or my colleagues. I will be here for the next couple of hours, and I am really looking forward to meeting you all. Thank you, guys.
Michelle, I thought it was just me. Did you hear literal minds getting blown?
Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop.
It's pretty intense.
I thought it was just me.
No, I definitely, and I would have preferred that chair over these chairs, if I'm being honest.
That chair is very stylish.
Yeah, it looked, that's exactly. It looks like a very, very good loungy kind of a chair. Yeah.
Well, how cool is that? You know what's insane is that you to have something like that in any Magento store, it completely changes the game because I have a podcast called Future Commerce, and we talk about big brands like IKEA being able to pull stuff like that off. But to have a technology like that where any of us be able to interact, that completely changes your perception of how you expect to interact with a store online.
Yeah, and we were talking about it too, even from a mobile device and like being able to just, use Safari. Like you don't need an app, you don't need, a device, like you just need your phone, which is pretty amazing.
You don't need an app. Wow. Woo! That's going to be hard to top.
We're not going to look at the voting yet.
Okay,
We're not going to look at the voting.
No. But remember, you can vote. Use the hashtags.
Yes, please.
All right,
do.
are we ready for the next one?
I think we are. All right, so next up we have Joe Rawlington, who's the CEO of Best Worlds. Welcome, Joe.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Appreciate the opportunity. Merchants, how do you know how sensitive your customers are to price? Maybe you could be charging more. How do you know how much to charge for shipping, if anything? And when you launch a redesign, install an extension, how do you know if that had a positive impact on your bottom line? How do you measure that? For most of us, we're going back to Google Analytics, squinting at squiggly lines, comparing to previous periods, but it's really tough to measure, isn't it? Well, now there's a tool that can help get you very precise answers to those questions through the use of A/B tests that are run from inside of Magento. Let me show you how it works. So Scout Bags here sells these awesome, durable bags, tons of custom patterns, and this best-selling Dino bag sells for $44. Now, what's to say they couldn't get away with charging $49? After all, a 10% increase in price, if their margins are 50%, it's a 20% increase in profit. So we're talking about big numbers here, right? Well, our extension allows us to switch over to a variation of this website, where we're going to see that we have the product, same URL, same store. Now it's listed as $49. Now I'm going to go ahead and add this to the cart to demonstrate this isn't just a front-end change like many of the testing tools out there can run for you. This is a configuration level change. So I'm going to be taxed based on $49. My card's going to be charged based on that. I'm going to check out on that, transaction emails, order history, all of the things that Magento has to do with that price that an outside testing tool wouldn't be able to. Let me show you how a shipping threshold test would work. So Armed Forces Gear gives free shipping on orders over $99. What's to say they couldn't drop that threshold to $50, see a nice boost in conversion rate that more than offsets the loss of shipping revenues? So here we'll switch over again to the variation. We can force ourselves over. And now over here you can see that we're giving free shipping on orders of $50 or more. And again, I'm going to go ahead and add this product to the cart. And we're going to see that this isn't just a this is a configuration level change, right? So even the calculation that says, hey, how much do I have left until I get free shipping? That's being calculated, and all the way through to checkout, all the things that Magento needs to do, it's going to be able to do with that new threshold, that an outside tool would not be able to. Have you ever wanted to test different extensions? Maybe just say, hey, let's put it in place and A/B test it for a while and see what happens. So Cold Brick Kitchen here, as you can see, has the default Magento checkout, but like many merchants, they've wondered, could I see a lift if I tried one of the one-step checkouts? So here we have an A/B test set up with them where they've got on half the traffic's going to see the one-step checkout by IWD. So we can half traffic through normal, half traffic through the extension, and we can see which version performs best. So let me show you how all this is working. We leverage the multi-website architecture of Magento, one of the awesome features that's unique to Magento, and we create an additional website that's like a placeholder of sorts for anything that you want to test. In this case, we've got these cool fish tongs. The base price is $19.99. If I switch over to the test variation B, which is holding what I want to test, here you can see I've got it set to $24. But like that, we could go in and enable different extensions. We could do different shipping thresholds. We could even do completely different themes, content, categorization, different stores. Anything that you can change in your Magento admin, you can turn into an A/B test. So there's no test that's out of reach. And it's only Magento that can do this. So the data gets thrown to Google Analytics for you to visualize the results using custom segments. So you can view it in your favorite views, mobile versus desktop, new versus returning, by channel. And we're excited to announce that we recently integrated with Adobe Target. So now you can use the advanced tools that Adobe Sensei makes possible in Adobe Target, like auto-allocate, auto-target, and personalization. Let Adobe Target decide which version of the test you're going to serve up. Our extension will serve that version up, and then the data comes back into Adobe Target to visualize along with all your favorite tests. So guys, this is only possible through the awesome open architecture of Magento. And I want to challenge you, as you bring your great innovations and extensions and marketing tactics to the market, to the world, consider A/B testing those things in real applications so you can show the world exactly the impact that your innovations are going to have on their bottom line. Well, thanks a lot for listening, and look to reach out to us to help you with your tests, and let's get testing.
Joe, I got a question for you, real quick. How's your website hosting? Because I think all these guys are going to rush there right now to try to get this. A lot of people are like, oh, if you're like me, I get this question 3 times a day, which is, how do I A/B test my checkout? How do I A/B test a plugin? And so I hope you're prepared, my friend. I'm going to have to tweet this one. I think this one's cray-cray.
Well, I'm thinking more about how can we A/B test your shoes.
That's
my
what
next
I was
step. That's next year.
Joe, you stole it from me. I was thinking the same exact thing. Like next year, we absolutely should run A/B tests on your shoes.
Some sentiment analysis on the shoes. Thank you, Joe. Wow, that was
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
I mean, who doesn't want to test if they can charge more?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Obvi.
But what I also love about the community and Innovations Lab is, we've certainly encouraged, like we're part of a new family, but this is happening organically. So, they're taking something, they're building it on top of Magento, they're making it capable of being integrated into Adobe. Kaushal, with his visual designer, is leveraging Scene 7, which I think is now called Adobe Media Classic, I think.
Sure.
So these things are all happening naturally, and it's amazing to see, where we'll continue to go from here.
Oh, my word. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's check in on the results.
Yes.
Let's see where we're at.
Oof.
Oh, my. It's growing, that one. Holy cow. Okay, all right. Remember to tweet. I'm going to tweet this next one. Wow, it's coming. I don't know. I'm pulling for that one. I'm feeling like that A/B test. That's some stuff, you guys. All right, Michelle. Let's bring out the next one.
All right. So next up, we have Igor Leggero Miura from Imagination Media. He is their lead architect. So welcome, Igor.
Hello, Magento Imagining. Every year when I come to Magento Imagining, I see a lot of people excited about all the products at the Magento Swag Store. Even I am one of them. And I see one of the most favorite products is the Magento Neon Sign. But I also see some people a little bit afraid to buy it because they don't know where it fits best, in their offices, in their living rooms. And this is an example of how some industries and types of business suffer when trying to bring the same experience from a brick-and-mortar store to the e-commerce world. And it also brings another problem, mobile conversion, because it's hard to give to the customer an accurate view of a product especially on mobile. So augmented reality can help us to tackle all these challenges. In 2017, Apple released the Apple AR Kit, now the most adopted augmented reality platform in the world. And Adobe also is working in a new tool called Project Aerial that will allow designers to create AR content and export to multiple formats, including the format used by Apple AR Kit. So we created a Magento 2 extension. It's free to install, free to use, that adds AR content as part of product media types in Magento 2. And in the future, we will be able to export this AR content from Adobe Aerial to Magento 2. So let me show how the extension works. I have a demo website with the Magento Neon Sign product. In the product page, we have this button to start the augmented reality journey. So when I click on this button, it will show me 2 tabs. The first tab will show me the 3D model, where I can see all the details, maximize the product. Nope, one more time.
Did we mention these are live demos?
I told you we were going to crash your website, Joe. Everybody's on their phone trying to... Ooh.
So here I have the 3D model, and I can maximize, see all the details. And it's actually the real size of the Magento Neon sign. So using this second tab, AR, I can try the product, for example, on this table, and see how it fits.
Yeah.
So using this feature, the customer can have a better idea of what is the real product and take a final decision if he or she is going to buy or not the product. So thank you. That's it.
You know, we didn't talk about his commission on this, so that's something we'll have to talk about. see what the increase in our neon signs looks like.
Yeah, I'm loving the use of the Magento swag store myself.
Yeah.
I have one of those neon signs. They're pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was going to say their video for that is pretty cool. That's on the Innovation Showcase.
And sometimes I think what they talk about when you're doing these AR rollouts to stores like this, it's really the hardest part is getting the 3D model done. And it used to be the hardest part was getting technology like this to even function. And now that it's just part of every Apple device, I mean, you're going to see this pretty much everywhere. We're like right at the threshold. It's pretty cool.
It's really interesting. I mean, and certainly, you know, we have 2 different use cases within the showcase as well. How to leverage.
Cool. Yeah. Super cool. Don't forget to use the hashtag. Go on Twitter and vote for your favorite one. All right, Michelle, let's bring out the next one.
All right, so this is our last demo for the day, and this is Eric Hansen, who is CEO of Kraken Commerce.
Release the Kraken!
Welcome, Eric.
Hi, everyone. I'm the CEO of Kraken Commerce, and I'm talking about the Visual Parts Finder today. It's a project from Classy Llama and Kraken Commerce. So to kind of set the stage for this, let's pretend that I own a DeLorean, this beautiful stainless steel model from 1982, and I'm working on a project to turn it into a time machine. And one day I get in and I realize it just will not start. So I'm like, what is going on? I think about it for a bit, and I have this idea that I'm going to get online and shop for a replacement part. So I pop open the trunk, which is where the engine is, take a look around, and realize that there's a little wire by the battery that's been corroded. So let me see here. I hop onto the Visual Parts Finder website, select my manufacturer, 1982, the only year they were made.
Catch that 88 million.
And then everything freezes because it's a live demo. All right, here we go. So it's something related to the electrical category, so I select that. Now, if I know the part number I'm looking for, I can type it in here. So let's say it's a flux capacitor. I already have one of those because I'm building a time machine, of course. So I scroll down the page. I can either look at the parts listing and try to identify it visually. But if I only am up under the hood and can just kind of look at the diagram or look at the layout of the engine, I might need to refer to this diagram. So hang with me here. This resolution is crazy. We'll roll with it. So we'll roll with it like it's 1982, 600 by 800, whatever. So I can click around, try to locate my part, and it was a wire to the battery. So here we go, the positive battery cable. So I'll go in and view the details on that. And we have, I've bought a lot of products from this site, of course. So I can go in and use the Magento Instant Purchase. And there we go. So let's talk about, of course, the mobile experience. If I have a massive phone, that's way too big. Anyway, if I have a phone that's like this big, I'm up under the hood of my DeLorean, and I am scrolling down, can zoom in, and buy my replacement part. So let's see here. Let's take a look at a back-end demo. All right, so we built on top of the Magento category structure. There are hotspots that are totally messed up in this resolution. But the idea is you can go in, you can drag these around. An admin can go in and type in a hotspot ID related to one or multiple products, and then move that around. So one client that's using this wanted to have their people go in and manually map this in the back end. They have a few thousand models. They needed to go import all of their old PDFs, kind of the old school way of doing this. And another merchant has like 300,000 models. So all that data is getting pulled in from an API. Because manually doing that in the admin would just take forever. So let's take a look at what happens when I get that replacement part in the mail. I'm using that massive wrench because I know what I'm doing. And I now have a working DeLorean, so I can finish building my time travel machine. So the Visual Parts Finder is currently powering 300,000 models for 30 different websites that are running on 3 different merchants. And it's all made possible by the flexibility inherent in the Magento platform. So if you want to learn more, just go to visualpartsfinder.com. Thank you.
Thanks, Eric.
Woo! Great,
So-
Scott!
So I wanna just point out, obviously, like these are live demos, right? Like these
Yeah.
aren't prototypes. Like this is live. We're doing it live. And I also want to point out that 4 countries are represented on the stage, just among those 6, and that's really representative of the community. And so just I'd like to give everyone another round of applause.
Yeah.
Because they really did a great job.
Wow. Oh, okay. I'm going to give you guys a second to get your votes in. Any last votes, get those up on Twitter. And we're going to, do you have you're not allowed to have a favorite. This is kind of your area. You have.
They're kind of like my babies, so you're not really supposed to have a
Everyone
favorite.
knows that's crap. When you say that you don't have a favorite kid, everybody has a favorite kid. Come on now. You're not going to pick a horse?
I think the distinction, and I've had a lot of conversations this week about Innovations Lab, right? Like, you see how I pivoted? Do you like that?
Yeah, I like
So,
that.
is that there's emerging technology working with Magento, right? Like that's one facet. Then there's the other side of it where it's like, what the community does naturally, which is they take Magento and they extend it and they make it better and they find things that maybe it doesn't do that a customer wants it to do, and they find ways to make it happen. So I think it's like a really nice balance of, what's really cool and new and shiny, and like what's really serving a need and providing value and driving, conversion, right? Because that's what everyone wants.
Yeah. Okay. And speaking of what everybody wants, that's it. Wow. Which demo was that? Number 3? Oh, whoa, whoa! Uh-oh! I told you my horse was in the race. It's coming. Hold on. I'm going to tweet. 1 second. Everybody stay right there. You can hang on. How do you think I can push it over the top? I'm telling you, like 30 people that I know are gonna want this like tomorrow. This is a tweet. Hashtag. What is it? iLab testing. iLab testing. This is really engaging content when I'm sitting here tweeting live on stage. All right, did that do anything?
Yep.
Ah! Oh! Ah.
So good mix though, but I mean, I think obviously augmented reality.
I mean, like, how
pretty
could you
cool.
possibly?
Like, how do you?
It's kind of. Uh-oh. The parts finder. The parts finder. I know some people here who are looking for that parts finder. What an amazing thing. Do you guys like Sneaks? Sneaks is cool, right? And really, we're all the winners because I'm excited to see what kinds of innovation actually make it to Magento proper in the years to come.
Yeah, I was going to say one of the things that was awesome about Eric's demo is he called out instant purchase, which came through the innovations lab from creativity and is now core. So that's pretty awesome as well. Yeah.
Okay, so and as we all know, like a lot of this stuff is actually available, right? You can actually go get some of this stuff right now, and so I mean that's kind of just the power of the Magento community.
Yeah, and the nice thing about Innovations Lab is it doesn't need to be out in the market.
Right.
Like we're definitely looking for proof of concept too.
Sure.
Some of these things are just really starting to scratch the surface of what's possible.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Michelle.
Yeah, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Let's give him another hand. How cool is that? All right.